Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover as the fallout continues after Kendrick Lamar pretty much nuked Drake with the Pop Out concert. And we got to hear from hip-hop legends like Snoop Dogg and Rakim, who both shared their thoughts on this. And in Snoop's case, his reaction sparked another round of debates, and we'll expand on this in a bit. Today we also have Mourn, Eminem's latest single Houdini that continues to exceed expectations. And we also got to hear from radio exec and producer Damizza, who recently shared a story about the days leading up to Eminem's superstardom, how Eminem went from regular Joe to Rogan Joe overnight. And we'll get to this at the latter part of the video, as he also spoke about the genius of Eminem when it comes to his songwriting ability that blew him away. And starting with Kendrick's latest victory celebration, Snoop Dogg shared this a few hours ago following the Pop Out concert.
Top of the morning, big Snoop Dogg coming at you live from Canada. Sending a big shout out to K-Dot and all the homies from the West that stood together, unified, organized, in peace, love. That was beautiful. That was fun to watch. Beautiful to see all of my peoples come together. And K-Dot, you are the king of the West. That's the kind of shit kings do. We unite. We bring our peoples together.
And boy, users on social media have been going off as this blew up. For instance, saying this in Canada is wild laughing emojis made sure to let us know where he was, like what you gonna do about it, laughing my bum off, love you Snoop. And this went viral. Dude used AI Snoop Dogg to troll Kendrick only for the real Snoop to co-sign Kendrick. But this is not entirely true, because like we covered, Snoop revealed he's pretty much neutral when it comes to Kendrick versus Drake. In fact, some took issue with Snoop's overall position in response to this. Snoop posted on IG laughing and blushing when Taylor Made came out. It was Tupac's estate that stood on business. I hope Kendrick does not forget that. Game and Snoop both acted like bozos over Drake. However, some have concluded Drake took the biggest L since Ja Rule, laughing my bum off. Only difference is that Drake's career is too big for him to be outright eliminated, but this will always be a huge stain, like the Pusha T beef.
Let me see you push a T.
And seen as somewhere triggered by Eminem's Stan playing during Kendrick's concert, this clip made a comeback on Twitter.
How about Marshall, man? Eminem.
Oh, come on. Insane, dramatical genius.
I think you're supposed to feel like you're the greatest. As a rapper, it's like boxing. You're
Yeah.
supposed to feel like you're the greatest.
Definitely.
Is Eminem the greatest to you?
Eminem, right as of right now?
Like bar for bar,
Oh, yeah.
patterns, rapping wise?
Oh yeah, you can't. I don't think nobody's matching Eminem.
I know you met him once.
Yeah.
Have you had that second?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. Yeah, Eminem definitely influenced a lot in my style.
And we also got to hear from Rakim thanks to a recent interview with TMZ, and he even addressed how he felt about Drake's use of AI. Check out some snippets from the interview.
Dope, you know what I mean? Like, it shows power. It shows what a rap artist can do, man, when he gets love and he puts his mind to it. I'm, looking at all the footage, I wish I was there, man. You know what I mean? It was like, a moment in hip hop. The battle with him and Drake was important. You know what I mean? Like, you got two icons in the game at the top, of their career, and they went at it. It was good for hip hop, man. We seen a lot go on, and the funny thing about it is when the AI technology first came out, I was like, oh man, come on, this is, you know what I mean? It's gonna be too much. But I can't front. The way Drake did it, it was entertaining. I was like, oh, okay, I can't be mad at that. That was entertaining, man. But it's dope, man, that them brothers went at it and just, got it off their chest. A lot of things was put in perspective as far as what you listening to. So I salute them brothers. And yeah, man, the Kendrick, the performance concert was crazy. Man, I think it was well needed for hip hop.
And boy, J. Cole is still catching strays for running away. Quote, it is dope. They both got after it. Like I said, the real loser to me gonna always be J. Cole forever. Least Drake fought back. And as it stands, Kendrick is pretty much the king of his generation, undisputed at this point, and it is quite ironic that J. Cole let him have it unchallenged, and some took it further in reaction to Rakim's take on this. At this point, Kendrick K. Lamar has a grip on hip-hop that has never been seen before. He's showing how important hip-hop and the culture of hip-hop is to the world. Jay-Z can be your favorite, but K. is the best hip-hop artist of all time. And so far, it looks like Snoop and Rakim don't have a problem with how Drake used AI, which is quite interesting to say the least, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this. And speaking on Drake getting a beatdown at the moment, even Megan Thee Stallion joined the party a few hours ago when this blew up on social media. Megan Thee Stallion rapping Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us at her show in Los Angeles tonight.
Come on, man. You think this shit's cool? Nah, man. Ooh. Come on, man.
And it didn't take long for Nicki Minaj fans to come for her with responses like these that blew up. Here she go being messy and involving herself in a beef that got nothing to do with her, but will start crying on Twitter when Drake disses her. But to be honest, I'm waiting to see how Drake decides to handle this generational beatdown, as releasing another collab with Sexy Red wouldn't cut it. And it is wild how some are trying to get back at Kendrick Lamar by clowning him when news hit the web that he was working with LASD for security. Check it out. How you need extra security in your own hood, laughing emoji. And this reminds me of when some clown tried to mock Eminem for having security, like he's some regular Joe. And some have reminded these clowns they killed Nipsey at his store, shot Dolph after he bought some cookies. PNB Rock was killed while eating. There are too many examples as to why he needs that security actually. And more, guess the dummy asking the question doesn't know most rappers who are killed usually die in their own hood.
It's always like that. Wherever you from, you will get hated the most. You know, most rappers die in their own city. It's a fact. And you know, you have haters who was in school with you and they mad because they was in that third grade class with you, but they don't have the same hustle as you. You know, they hate you for no reason. They hate you for your success. If you was a local rapper and you didn't have much, they would love you. You know, and these people, you develop hatred in your own city.
And Boosie's take on how they hate when you're no longer a local reminds me of how Rap Elvis Ghost Rider claimed he was a huge Eminem fan until The Way I Am dropped, and that was when Eminem started to lose him, which is pretty much the period when Eminem hit peak global popularity. Interesting. And moving on to the next point, it has been a couple of new milestones for Eminem thanks to Houdini, as right now it has crossed 150 million streams on Spotify, making it the second fastest hip-hop song to reach this milestone, second to Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. And we got a new one from the United Kingdom. Check it out. Houdini, the single by Eminem, is now Brit certified silver. And in this time frame, here's what this means for music released so far in 2024 in the United Kingdom. Fastest song to get certified in 2024. The world is so used to Eminem setting records at this point, it doesn't even sound impressive anymore. People are used to it. But for some context, this man dropped his debut album in the 90s, and he is out here in 2024 setting music records with his latest single. And we recently got to hear from radio exec Damizza, and if you recall, he recently spoke about how Houdini should have been an easy #1 for Eminem in the United States that led to that exchange with Frederick. And he was back with more recently during a chat with Bootleg Kev about how Dr. Dre came to him for help with a strategy to break out Eminem back in the day. Check out some snippets.
I get a call from Dre saying, you need to come to the house. And I was like, what? And we're in the middle of all this. And he goes, you need to come to the house. So I end up coming to the house. I walk in, and there's this little white kid in the booth going, "Slim Shady, you a bass head. Why your face red?" And I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. He's writing for you?" And he goes, "Let me talk to you outside for a second." I'm like, "Oh, no. You signed the white boy?" And he goes, "How do I break the white kid?" And I was like, "Haven't you ever heard of Vanilla Ice?" And he goes, "Bro, how do I break the white kid?" And I was like, "I'll tell you what. You tell me the story of NWA from beginning to end." M comes out and goes, "Look, guys, I'm going home. Y'all been telling these stories. I'm out of here." I said, "No, you're going to the Baker Boys show, and you're going to announce that you're doing the Friday Night Flavors 10-year anniversary. And we're going to break that record." He goes, "The record's not ready yet." So we'll at least go do the shows, and we'll talk about this later when you have the record.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Cool." So then we added M to the show in Hawaii. Dropped Hi, My Name Is.
Good night is over when that's all she wrote.
But that's not all, as he also told Bootleg Kev about the genius of Eminem when it comes to his songwriting abilities. It blew him away. Check out some snippets.
M used to call me a lot, like, "What's this mean? What's that mean?" So M calls me up. He goes, "Yo, can I stop by the office?" And shows up. He's like, "Yo, what's a buzz clip?" I mean, everybody's so excited at the office. They're all saying congratulations and shit. I said, "Oh, dude, that's hot rotation at MTV. You're about to become a mega star. So if you want to go take your daughter to Taco Bell or McDonald's or whatever the hell you want to do right now, do it now, because tomorrow morning, you're not going to be able to go anywhere." M wrote, "What's the difference between me and you?" You know, like all of those kind of, all that stuff. Yeah. He wrote all that stuff for Dre. I mean, think how genius Eminem is. You know what I mean? Bitch Please Part 2, he wrote the whole fucking record. You know what I mean? Snoop's parts and his, I think. He wrote the whole, I know he wrote Nate's parts, and Nate told me. And even until I collapsed, he wrote that for Nate.
For Nate.
And Nate just came in and sang it.
And the fact that Damizza spoke about how he told Eminem his life was about to change overnight to the point that he wouldn't be able to go to McDonald's anymore sparked takes like, wow. To hear M's reaction to becoming a cultural phenomenon and not being able to live a normal life anymore from Damizza's perspective is really crazy. Years later, even on songs like Fine Line, where he expresses how much he loathes being mega famous, a real-life example that shows the true cost of huge success. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on these topics. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.